the ball in, a bencher!
Hey there, guys. Welcome back to God's Own Football's English podcast. So, we have been talking about the financial aspects of Indian football for a while now. As many people would want to say, it's a big jungle. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. And in fact, we spoke so much that we have to release the podcast in two different parts. Part one, it's already out. I hope you all have paid your attention to it. I hope all of you have listened to it. And this actually is part two of the same podcast. And we will be discussing in even greater length about the various money matters in Indian football, especially the Indian Super League, and how it compares with the financial situation in Indian Premier League and other leagues across the world, how the Indian Super League gets its revenue, and much, much more. Well, I'm not wasting so much time on intro because what follows is more important. So for now, I'll just stop talking and I leave it to our special guests here. You all know them very well. So we'll move on to Krishnan bro and we'll move on to Vivek bro. Everybody is here. So let's just begin resume our discussion.
And if you see, I think Hari, like the Parth Jindal letter
I
to
like 2-3 years ago, Bengaluru was the club which was spending like insane amount of money. Still, I think they were spending under the
limit.
salary, limit only. But then these ATK, Mohan Bagan and CFG, Mumbai City. So suddenly the power shifted from Kandirwa to Mumbai and Kolkata.
Yeah.
So because of this money factor only.
Yeah.
So I think so maybe that maybe will be a reason for him to write a letter to the chairperson.
Yeah, the thing Parth Jindal wrote is he was thinking this as a when he had success and stuff. He was thinking that okay, and we are getting the sponsorship thing, and actually he wrote how will this get sustained, without
Yeah. He
the
has a point though. He has
a
a
point.
point.
Yeah, he has a
Yeah.
really good point. But he posted something like, if you remember, 2 or 3 years back, he posted something like Bangalore FC is going to be the first club that is going into the profits,
To break even.
break even, and
Yeah.
that is because from the 30, I don't know, I am quoting from Live Mint here. That is from the 30 crore or something sponsorship from the parent company, the JSW sponsor the Bangalore FC, and the same thing goes with the Jamshedpur. Tata sponsors the Jamshedpur. So if you take away that sponsorship from the parent company, almost all clubs, and Marcus tweeted this. Marcus tweeted almost all clubs in India are in loss. They are in red.
No,
Okay.
what he tweeted was every club in India is running in loss. Not
Yeah.
almost all clubs, all clubs. There is
Yeah.
no
All
club in
clubs.
India, no club across ISL, I League, or second division, or anywhere that is running in a profit as of right now.
Yeah. That's because that is part of this thing. We have to move on from the salary cap. So
Yeah.
now what happens is, why these clubs are all in loss, because there is no revenue from the TV thing. TV revenues, broadcasting revenues are not spread to the clubs.
Yeah, so before we go into that particular thing in detail,
Yeah.
can either of you or both of you explain this TV revenue thing? I mean, very few, I mean, not many people in listening to our podcast might be understanding the connection between TV revenue and profits. So, can you just explain how the process happens in foreign leagues, for example, the Premier League, where TV revenue plays a role in teams getting revenue? So, can you just explain how the process works in foreign football leagues and maybe the IPL also?
Yeah, from what I know, maybe Christian can tell about the foreign leagues. From what I know in ISL, what is happening is uh, when these guys, Ryans and IMG, when they decided to start this league, they roped in Star, who became a partner, and they formed a company called FSDL, Football Sports Development Limited. So what is Star as is a broadcasting partner. They didn't buy the TV rights, so they are the part of this company who is called now FSDL. So what is happening is Star itself are one of the owners of this league, like what is happening in Kabaddi. So the advertisement money that is like coming to Star for the Super League, it will be a central fund. Like for example, if you are getting 150 to 200 crores, it will be spent like 80 to 20%, 80% to the clubs, and 20% will be taken by this FSTL. That's what I know. I don't know whether I'm because I read it in the live mint or some other publication. And and the clubs has other option for the revenues like the gate money, their own sponsorship and all that. So the sources for the club's revenue are the gate money, their sponsorships, and the central fund. That is like whatever the advertisement money that comes to the Star, it will be shared equally among the all other clubs. So that's how it works in ISL. I don't know about how it works in IPL and other foreign leagues.
No, I used to think that what you said, like the advertisement money is what 80% and 20% is like they are giving out, but it seems it's not. There is nothing coming from the advertisement money to the clubs. I went and asked Marcus and everyone. The 80% 20% is the center sponsorship money.
And that's what.
Yeah, it's not the advertisement money.
Yeah,
Star
sorry.
from
Central
yeah,
sponsorship money. Yeah.
yeah, center sponsorship money. So that doesn't include the advertisement money. Advertisement money nobody is getting. I don't know if FSDL is getting. Only Star is getting whatever advertisement they are getting. And from the live mint article itself, last ISL, this ISL has the best viewership till now. Last ISL, Star got around 200 crore ad revenue.
That's what I'm saying. That's a central sponsorship money.
No, that's not. That is apart from the center sponsorship money. That the hero thing, right? Hero ISL.
Yeah.
So the hero thing is the center sponsorship money.
Yeah, like Hero, DH, we used to have Maruti Suzuki.
Yeah.
That is also.
That is under sponsorship money.
Okay.
Apart from that, there are few ads, right, in between the games breaks and who are not title sponsors or like the sponsors of not central sponsors. That ads directly going to Star.
Okay.
Nothing comes.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. That's what Marcus is saying.
Okay.
There is nothing is coming from even I was of the thing that 80% clubs are getting, but Marcus is saying nothing clubs are getting from the revenue. I don't know if FSDL is getting. Star owns 20% of FSDL. So even though it is not a controlling stake, they are still owners.
But they are getting the this franchise money. Like each year, this club has to pay around 10 to 15 crores, for each club. So that money also they are getting FSDL.
Yeah. So that's where it really get interesting. For the clubs like maybe ATK MP, who are ATK before that, and like Kerala Blasters and all. For them, the central sponsorship money and all, that almost comes up to the participation money. So they don't have to pay that money. So they don't get that money from it just cancels out.
Gets deducted from the central sponsorship money.
Yeah.
Like whatever money they're supposed to get, from the central sponsorship money, the franchise will be deducted from that. That's
Deducted
what
from.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So whatever the revenue, like the gate revenue and your other sponsorship revenue that the clubs do, all those are the revenues of their club, and the cost you have to spend. That's why that cost is higher. That's why almost all clubs are in loss.
See, that also what I read in the paper is like the percentage of the central sponsorship money. It depends upon the amount of X amount of sponsorship you can gather from each season. So,
Yeah.
like for example, if Kerala Blasters have a large number of sponsors, they will get a more better percentage of that central sponsorship money. So that's
Yeah,
what I.
I think Hari know more about this. Right, like the central sponsorship money has a percentage according to the sponsorship of the clubs, right? Like the clubs gather
Yeah,
in each.
that's what I am heard of, but I am also once again not clear on how much, and the intricate details I'm not very clear about.
Yeah. So thing is, the the comedy is a club like Northeast who doesn't have that much of a sponsorship and stuff because they are from a very backward region. Accept it, like they are from a very backward region of India, uh, which is have got numerous talents and like um,
And this
finance.
season they don't have a title sponsorship also.
Yeah. So what the Mint article is saying, they have to pay around 12. This is from like 2017 thing, but the I think the same thing will continue. They are getting a central revenue from FSDL for 9.8 crore, and their sponsorship is 6.8 crore. Ticket revenue is 1.2, other revenue is 3.1. If you see the expenditure, participation fee to FSDL is 12 crore. That's their major expense. Their player and coach remuneration come to 8.7 crore. So what happens is these people are paying around 2.2 crores extra to FSDL. They're out of their own pocket.
So you're saying that players' wages and the management personal fees is around 8.7 crores. That's what
Two years back. 2 years back.
2 years, 2 3 years back.
Yeah.
And remember that time also it was 16.5 crores salary cap.
Yeah. So that's why all these clubs are in loss and stuff because the may if you see Hari asked about this about like about the in outside leagues and stuff. What happened, like their major revenues are from this broadcasting deals.
Now before you go to the foreign leagues, how is it working in IPL?
IPL, what happened is for the first 10 years, Sony is the broadcasting part. It was not the partner. Sony got the rights. They bid for that and they got the rights. And because IPL was starting out for the first 10 years, as ISL was, it was Sony. Sony got it for very less amount. And almost all these clubs, almost all these 10 franchise or 8 franchise of IPL was on loss. Only team was supposed to be near break even was Chennai and then Mumbai. Then what happened is after the 10 year the deal got over and Star bid around 27,000 crores for the rights for 5 years, I think. So that's when all these clubs went into profit because you are getting a large chunk of your revenue from the broadcasting deal. And it's not only this is domestic broadcasting deal only. If I am not wrong, then there is overseas broadcasting deal. So that's also there. Now what happens in ISL is there is no broadcasting deal because Star is a partner in this FSDL. There is no broadcasting deal at all, and this will go for 10 years because the agreement is there for 10 years. After 10 years only, we can expect a bump up in this, and then also these people shouldn't give it to Star just because of they are there and they are the partners and all. The broadcasting deal should go for an auction, and tender should be floated, and whoever comes up with the better amount should be given the deal.
Yeah,
Then
let me interrupt you, sir. That's what how it's working in the foreign leagues.
yeah,
What you
foreign
are saying.
leagues, IPL and everything. That's how it works in every league. That's why Premier League is one of the richest. You can find the richest clubs in world in Premier League because they have numerous broadcasting deals. And if you see the BT Sport and Sky Sports, they for the domestic rights, they actually there is a war going on between those two. They outbid each other, and if you see in PL, not one broadcaster broadcast every matches. BT Sports has some, Sky Sports has some, and BBC has some. So all these people bid for. It is not even a whole league rights. It is like they bid for part of the matches.
Okay.
So and even the matches are assigned. What to say? Like if now the biggest Kolkata derby is happening in ISL, and that doesn't it won't be same like Northeast and Hyderabad playing, right?
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
viewership will be more for that derby. So that has a higher amount. You have to bid a higher amount to get that,
Okay.
and this has a lower amount. That's how it works.
Okay.
And all this has to again ISL is just starting it out, but then only we will see a profit in the offing for all these clubs.
Harry, can I ask you one question? Like, if the rights now go for an auction, will be able to get a decent amount of money for the rights? What do you think the markets and all now?
Well, I think if you take the now that Hotstar broadcast, I mean we can watch the matches on Hotstar, and Hotstar has this particular section in the corner where they show the number of people viewing at any moment of time. One thing that I've observed is when compared to IPL matches, ISL viewership is still very, very low. So at any given point of time, a random IPL match between, let's say, two not so popular teams like maybe Kings 11 Punjab and Rajasthan Royals, they don't have as much fan base as, say, Mumbai Indians or Chennai or Kolkata. So if you take these two teams, they will still have a viewership of more than 1 million at any given second in the game. Meanwhile, in ISL, it's 20,000, 23,000. So that's the difference between the number of people who are watching the game, watching football in India compared to watching those watching cricket. While cricket cannot be blamed, football is yet to reach that level of popularity. So I'm not really sure of how much money ISL broadcasting rights will bring in, but I think there is a scope of improvement in the future where obviously the league is developing, obviously the popularity is increasing, bigger and better stars are coming. So if you had asked me if players one thing that anyways we are discussing finances, so I think it can be said here that players like Raja Nainggolan, who was playing for Inter Milan till last season. Then there's Keisuke Honda and Ricardo Quaresma, all these international stars, Yaya Toure. So these are four players who were given a chance of playing in the ISL this season. So if you had asked me maybe a couple of years ago, will these stars come and play in India? I would have downrightly said no, they're not coming. But this summer things changed, and at least one of these four players that I mentioned earlier showed an interest himself to come and play in the ISL. Later, wages created a problem. His wages alone was much more than the salary cap of the entire ISL team that he wanted to join. So things like that happened, and he couldn't join. But anyways, this shows that an interest in the league is increasing not only in India but also in outside in abroad foreign countries. So viewership is also increasing. So perhaps if you put in, a bidding for broadcasting rights, maybe, maybe it will fetch a decent amount in the years to come.
Another thing is IPL, as Harry said, IPL has a bigger viewership because, but IPL is the flagship tournament of cricket. It's not, there is no league happening. IPL is the best league.
Yeah, yeah.
So they, that will have that amount of viewership. But ISL is not the best league in football. Like EPL is the best league, and we are not even in the, maybe not even in the top 30 or
10,
something.
10, top 10 of Asia. Maybe.
Yeah, top 10 of Asia, maybe. And so that affects, and you cannot, I'm not even talking about the ISL, IPL level of bidding for the ISL thing. I'm talking about maybe around 10% of that, maybe. Even that is a reach. But even that will probably make all these 11 clubs profitable. Like if you get that. So that's a, and the only thing is, the competition was not between IPL and ISL. That everyone has to understand. The competition is between the Kabaddi League and ISL, and that I think ISL has performed well. Actually, we have got a really good viewership and stuff in this season.
No, but Kabaddi is still, Kabaddi viewership is much more than ISL.
Is
That's
that
what,
so?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
Kabaddi League also has a much more viewership than ISL.
Yeah.
Kabaddi is more popular in rural India, like in Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. They have this crazy amount of passion for this Kabaddi and all.
Yeah. Yeah. Do Tamil Nadu, oh, Tamil Nadu has a team, I think.
Yeah, they have a team,
Yeah.
Tamil Talairas or something.
Something. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
watch. Like, sorry.
Tamil Talairas is owned by Blasters management itself. You should
Oh.
know that.
No, I don't watch anything that Kerala is not competing in. So. Yeah.
So
Uh,
you're not watching IPL?
I
No way.
IPL I watch because Sanju is in RR.
Ah, okay,
That's why I
Kerala.
smiled when you said RR doesn't have support. Because all,
No,
all
RR
Kerala,
definitely has support. I am also an RR fan, but I'm sure it does not have as much support as Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, and Kolkata.
yeah, I know.
I was looking. See, if you look at the 8 or 9 teams in IPL, and if you want to compare their fan base, the least, the team with the least fans in IPL still has much more fans than most ISL clubs. So you can't really
No,
make a comparison there.
maybe not. Kerala Blasters will go. They have 2 million
That's why I said most ISL clubs. I didn't say all ISL clubs.
They just,
We have a lot to catch up with cricket, and it's not
yeah.
going to happen overnight.
Yeah, I don't think they will catch up with cricket. The both sport can stay. Like it's not like,
Yeah,
yeah. Australia has 5 or 6 sports, and almost everything has viewership. And I think in your interview, Jordan Moore said that. Like I had to,
Yeah.
yeah. So that all can coexist. It's not like one has to die down for other to catch up. The only thing I was saying in terms of when the 3 years, now we are in 7th ISL season, so 3 more years of this agreement is there. That's why they are reluctant to do this relegation and promotion stuff in the remaining 3 years, because they have a deal with these clubs who are paying this participation money that they will stay in this league. So
So coming to that, can I ask you one thing? So you are saying now only 3 years are left for this deal. So after the 10 years contract, will F still continue, or like will they hand over to the Indian Federation, AFF?
The football purists will say they have to hand over to Indian IFF, and IFF will run it smoothly and
That's
stuff.
not no, that's not happening in other league. If you see at the Bundesliga and Premier League, they have their separate body to
Yeah,
oversee. Yeah,
yeah. I don't think Reliance will give it over. Why would they? They build this thing from the scratch, and they almost have the power now for everything. Why would someone give it to, like after building 10 years of thing and just you take it? That's not going to happen. They will
Maybe,
continue.
maybe with reduced involvement or something like that.
Yeah, maybe, but I think they won't give up much power. They will still be the football. Maybe they will still be the football thing in India. But the thing is, I hope that they do this. What to say? They do this broadcasting deal that put it for auction and stuff. Then give the money to franchises. That's what we want. And then they open up the league, like promotion and relegation should come. Even though probably my supported club will get relegated first time when the relegation comes in, but still, for the betterment of Indian football, we need to open up the leagues. And if I am not wrong, from the next season onwards, it is a bigger league. Like they are going to add another round of stuff. So the broadcasting money will increase. It's the biggest advantage ISL have compared to IPL is they can keep on increasing teams. They can keep on increasing the window, because there is nothing happening in football apart from ISL and few Indian national matches, qualification and stuff. They can keep on increasing this. IPL can't. IPL, if they have to include two teams, they have to get approval from ICC to increase the window of IPL happening. So apart from the stars, what to say, stars think that ISL cannot overlap IPL. I think they have almost around nine months free to do whatever they want to do, and they can keep on adding teams, keep on extending the window. So there are more matches to be played, and you will get a better sponsorship stuff and everything.
How many clubs you want to compete in the top? Now the number of clubs.
For now, I would say 14.
Yeah, 14 is perfect for me. I
Yeah.
think 12 to 14 will be perfect.
Yeah, 12 to 14, and almost all these clubs should be financially sound. It's not like we don't need another Pune City FC.
Mm.
So who should take care of their stuff, that they have to pay the players and whatever they are hiring correctly and stuff. So 14 good clubs will be enough, and then promote and relegate, like promote 2, relegate 2, like that.
So this perfect football ecosystem, what we call like like federation, FSTL, the clubs, the grassroots partner, and also what I think is respective state government involvement also.
Yeah.
Like for a perfect football ecosystem, that's what they are the major shareholders. So, but that thing, the state government involvement is not happening. Like
That's maybe another topic for another podcast. How we can do the what to say, structure of the Indian football. That it will go deep.
And that's where this finance comes in play, because they can give the stadiums and all that for a reduced amount of money, grounds, training grounds and all that. They can do like that. So instead of like paying huge rents and all that, for example, like FC Goa, they're paying insane amount of money for that Fatulta stadium. That's what I'm hearing. Like for each match, they're paying, I don't know, like around 35 to 40 lakhs.
Yeah, every club
for each game.
Blasters is paying lot of amount of money to play. Yeah. So every club is paying that. Like, so that's as you said, the finance should come from. So for that, what happens is this agreement should get over with the FSDL and IFF. That has a 15-year agreement between them. That also should get over, and IFF should be able to. First, they got around 75,000 crores or something. I don't know. That's what I remember when they signed 15 years back. You remember, Vivek?
15 years, 700 crores.
700 crores. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So 700 crores, and I don't know whether they got that or not. Like it's
Yeah,
not.
they this FSDL or the Reliance, they have to pay uh, X amount of money, that is 700 by 15. I don't know how
Yeah,
much it is coming. They have to pay every year to AFF,
yeah.
and
Is that getting?
these guys will be managing the commercial aspect of the AFF.
Yeah, but is that getting spread to the state association? We don't know.
That I don't know. Maybe it will be trickling down. If
Yeah,
AFF is getting 100 crores or 10 crores or 15 crores each year, 4 crores will be spending upon the state
yeah.
FAs.
So that has to increase also. Like after
Yeah,
the
that
football.
has to increase. Yeah, that has to increase. So
Yeah,
why BCCI became the richest organization? Because cricket had so much revenue. Or
yeah,
yeah, before IPL itself, we had so much revenue, playing in the almost all the countries.
CBS and
Yeah,
yeah, Indian CBS.
sponsorship, yeah, sponsorship money and all that. That kind of money is not coming in football, so we have to understand that also. So that's what I'm saying. Like if Kerala Blasters are playing in Cochin, this the respective state government also has to help the club. Like not only Kerala Blasters, whatever club Gokulam and Kerala United or Kolam FC or whatever club, they have to help it out. Like
Yeah,
they have the option to do it. They can give the stadium or the training grounds for reduced amount of money.
yeah,
You can't expect these like FC Goa to spend 35 to 40 lakhs for each game. Like so, if you check the ticket rates comparison, Kerala Blasters ticket rate, the maximum will be 200 250 rupees, but the
yeah.
minimum amount of ticket money in FC Goa games will be 200 rupees. That's a difference.
Mm.
Like FC, sorry, Bangalore FC, West Block Blues, the money there, like we have to spend 500 or
No, that's
550.
only for West Block Blues. If you go for other stands, it is around 50, 100, 200, something like that. So
But 200, I think, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
They also are having a stadium issue. So stadium also plays a major role in the revenue part for
and
each club.
compare that to RCB's ticket price, that is around 5,000. So
So
uh,
what I am hearing is I don't know. I don't know whether it's true or not. And IPL, most of the people who go to the stadium are like they get the tickets for free. I don't know. Like
yeah,
yeah,
in
40.
Bangalore, 50%
Yeah,
is like that. Yeah.
yeah. They will get tickets from their office or like corporate something.
Mm.
So you don't expect that kind of thing in ISL because
Yeah.
most of the people are not interested in football. Nobody will be going. So only like passionate fans will be going to stadium and watch the respective club. So what I'm saying is like we have to come to an understanding. We have to know that stadium FAs, state FAs also should play a major role in in revenue and all that.
Yeah, because in I think for almost all cricket stadiums are owned by um, the state association itself, so that's very easy for them to rent
Yeah,
out stuff. Here
yeah.
we are renting it out for huge amount of money and stuff. Then these clubs are paying. So that's a they have to look into that also. Like that's what all these things will only happen after these 3 years, but then also we have to see what will happen in that, like after this agreement is over, whether I think clubs all should come together, like maybe even the top two will come, like when you have
No,
to get.
I have a feeling that these guys will come together in one point or something. They will come together. They will be already the CEOs and the directors have started expressing their opinion in public domain. Like
Yeah,
for example, Jindal have started writing mails and letters. Rohan of Odisha, he also has like supported Jindal, and Akshay of FC Goa, he also has these people are coming out we have to like make a sustainable future. We have to think about a sustainable future about Indian football. No,
yeah. So the clubs has to get revenues for that. So the TV viewership is paramount for that, because if you most of the clubs, the big clubs, I think around 70% or 75% of their revenue would be TV revenue.
Mm.
The other thing doesn't play a part at all. United hasn't increased the gate ticket price for 6 or 7 seasons now, and they are one of the richest club in the world. That's because of the TV revenue. They can do that because of the TV revenue.
Yeah, well, so that concludes our small, not so small, but still that concludes our episode on the financial issues of the Indian Super League. So, as you have already heard, we discussed plenty of topics related to the financial aspects. We discussed about the salary cap and the problems that it has, posed to the league over the years. We also talked about how, clubs have not yet failed to reach profits, how they are struggling, especially in the wake of an ongoing pandemic. So even without the pandemic as well, very few clubs had managed to reap profits. So we discussed about that as well. Well, and we also talked about how different kinds of revenue play an important role in the sustainability of these football clubs, and what organizations like the Football Sports Development Limited or the FSDL, AIFF, and so on can do to ensure that the league does not fall apart in terms of finances in the years to come. How the league can be sustained over a long period of time, and how that may pave the way for the ISL to become the one of the most popular leagues in Asia, if not the world. Well, that's all for today. I will be back with another interesting topic in another episode of God's Own Football at a later date. So, meanwhile, you have all our previous episodes to listen to on YouTube and Spotify. Do give us a listen. We have talked about different topics as always. And do not forget to follow us on social media as well. We are very active on Twitter. We are active on other social media as well. So give us a follow on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and so on. And also, last but not the least, do not forget to subscribe and share our videos in YouTube. Well, that's all for today. I hope you all have a great day. See you. Bye bye and take care.
Force the ball in, a